How's it going? Let's do stuff today. Let's do just stuff after stuff after stuff. Let's just take all the stuff and then just like do it, and then it'll be done. And I'm not running the game. Oh, I actually don't even know how I'm gonna be running the game. I guess I'll run it through the old version of the script because I'm still, yeah, no, I definitely can't run the new version of the script right now because it's a mess. I left it in not a functioning state. So I still have the old version of the script from, this is just from, it's not that old, it's just from 2 days ago. And so we'll run that as like the primary version of the script while we work on the other one. And yeah, yesterday, I didn't reach like a really good breaking point. I mean, this is a big feature that we've been working on the past several days, so there isn't really like a good breaking point until it's done. How did I leave the script? Does it even like run at all, or does it just like crash? Well, it has invalid syntax, but other than that, like, does it? Yes, unlock. Uh, okay, but other than that, does it at least like, what does it do? More invalid syntax. Okay, apparently I forgot a bunch of colons, but but other than that, I think it says. I think it's not like literally just going to like just like crash of its own accord. What am I missing here? Invalid syntax. Oh, I'm starting with an elif, right? Which I should start with an if. Okay. Sure. That makes sense. Um, okay, and then so many typos. So many typos. Expected indented block. Oh, I commented at the else and I didn't actually put anything here. Right, that was actually where I just left off right at the end of the day, is I need to conclude the event, award EXP, and all that good stuff. Um, will it be happening right here? I mean, I guess it might as well happen right here. Yeah. It might be, actually, no, it might be that this has so much in common with how we end classic events that I'll want to repurpose the same, like, end of event. Yeah, that seems entirely likely as well, that I'll want to do that. But we'll see. Okay, so conclude the event. Yeah, that'll, okay, right. So I just want to see the script run. I just want to see it. I just want to see it. Yeah, okay, this is how we left it yesterday. So like we have the archery thing going on. Right now it's just enabled by default, just for, I was just doing that for like art iteration purposes. And so we have this like little, this mini like tableau in like the middle of like everything else that like shows like some various pieces of the archery. Right now it's all just fake data. Like it all just like cycles through. It'll just keep cycling through these same scenes, and it will. Oh, I should start the droplet a little further down. Not that that really matters, but right. It'll just like cycle through these scenes, and then the next scene, the results scene, is the one that we're about to hook up. This one where it has the arrows hit the targets. That one hit off screen, so we can see it. It has the arrows hit the targets. That one also basically hit off screen. I really got to change that stuff around. Oh, they're. I just never brought them down. I never shifted them down when everything else shifted down. So that's why they're all hitting off screen. But yeah. Okay. So let's all right. That's, yeah. So okay. The script isn't completely malfunctioning. It's just in progress is all. Okay, and so that all seems like it's working. Let's stop the script for now. We don't really need it running, or stop that version of it, and then so we'll conclude the event, award XP, etc. Yeah, right. So this is the case where we've hit the third round of archery, and so we can like finish it up. We can wrap it up. We've even processed the outcomes, like the like we already processed like player data for the event. And so there are 3 rounds of archery. So what we'll do when finishing, like really concluding the set, like the whole archery event, like all 3 rounds together, we'll basically like kind of like we do with like multi-events, we'll like kind of like average players' score. I really think I can just, well, there's so much of this stuff that I can just bypass in like the how we conclude an event. Like there's so much of it that is just gonna be like unnecessary and irrelevant. But then like there are some things. There's actually also kind of a lot of things that are not irrelevant. Like this whole chunk. Like we'll actually want to do like all of this in both cases. So maybe I should just maybe I should special case conclude event. Okay, so yeah, conclude event. We'll just say conclude event equals true. In that case that we were just conclude event. Right, so we'll say conclude event equals true. Seems fine. So now in the conclude event block, we'll have to really change that up because this kind of like all the other stuff, like init event and all that, blah blah blah. This was all made for the classic system, so it assumes that it'll all work like the classic system, and it will not work at all like the classic system. It will work, in fact, very differently. So. Panel outro. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's, well, yeah, I guess we don't have to care about that. There's just not going to be a panel outro. So, yeah, like archery events, they just kind of end on their own, so, huh. Maybe I'll want to come up with like oh, you know what? I was thinking like for prescripted archery events, I could have like I could come up with outros if I wanted. Maybe I'll come up with like just a default outro for the archery events that GMs and like chat GMs and administrators using the secret panel. Like maybe they'll just be a different sort of format for that because like yeah, it just feels very different. Like it works on its own timer. So yeah, I won't worry about it for now because like basically just by having nothing there, it'll basically it'll just work for now, and then maybe I'll want to add something later. But yeah, no, this is fine. So outro string low. Event timescale is not actually a real thing. Wait, why do I say event timescale twice? I definitely don't need to set it twice, because it's not even a real thing. I should probably just take it out, since it's not a real thing, but like, I keep thinking I might want to bring it back at some point. And I might. And it's not hurting anything. Hey, that's a new follower, nice. Tac Clinics, welcome to the channel, thank you for following. Excuse me. I thought I was going to sneeze for a second there. If I sneeze, I apologize. Okay. Okay, process event. This is where we get to the part where, like, this stuff we only have to do for the classic. So I'll just insert if cur dot supertype equal. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do real quick? I just saw stuttering on the bottom script. I'm just going to bump up the process priority of Python because I don't like that stuttering. And I think it does help. Like the times that I notice the stuttering are the times that I don't bump up the process priority. So yeah, okay. So if cur supertype equal classic. And this is going to be a huge conditional. This is going to be a huge conditional that like just basically does like everything from this point on. Maybe. Oh, the not Kurev live thing. I guess that this actually is not directly related. Oh. Okay, so I have to do this after I process events. So maybe I can move it like way down. Maybe I can move it. Oh, actually, yeah, I forgot. This whole section actually got a lot shorter than it used to be. So, all right, I'll just have to rearrange stuff, and I'll just have to make sure that I'm not upsetting, or I'm not like a lot of these things happen in the order they happen for a reason. A lot of these things happen in order because they all have to happen, and something's got to go first. So, um, so process events does have to happen before we do the cur-ev outcomes thing, because we process the outcomes inside those events, or that's where we process the outcomes, uh, right? Outro string, yeah, outcome, right? Outcome specifically. So any references to outcome? Okay, well it's not like there's that many. There's literally just the one. So as long as this happens after, oh wait, it has to happen after process event, but it has to happen before we do the. Okay, and that should be fine. Like the perfect, nice, super. Uh, so like before I start shuffling around, maybe I should just like maybe I should just sort them first and then go back and organize them later. Uh, I don't know. Right. So this all goes inside classic. So shift indent all of this. But then if not cur-ev live. Oh, I mean, I guess actually. No, yeah, like I was saying, the prescripted archery events probably will have outro strings. Oh, so I guess I'll want to do something else to calculate the outcome of the archery string, I guess. Or yeah, because I have to figure out what outcome is. Uh, so for now, I am going to indent this. I can worry about it later. For now, I'm just going to. Uh, yeah, there's a fair amount that I'll have to come back to anyways. All right, so event type category, this can all get indented. Um, so actually, I'll make a note to myself just so I don't forget. Something I'm not handling yet is whoa, why are there two of these? There's only supposed to be one. Uh, there's supposed to, so uh, like guest author uh, archery events. Yeah, that's something that I'm not handling yet, and I'll have to figure out what to do with at some point. Okay. So right, so this. Oh, values. Values. I guess I actually do want to keep values the same. Yeah. So I mean, I do still need values. So I'll indent this. Uh, but then values, like the part where we literally just set values, I'm going to move that outside of classic because we'll use values whether we're inside classic or not. Congratulations, Stack Linux. um, uh, okay, so this whole if not away mode thing. This is classic. Just classic. Oh, total awarded, energies, name tag list. This is not classic specific. This is general. So for P key in player set, if P key in event set. Okay. So if cur-ev max actions greater than 1. Okay, yeah, this is just all going to be very different. So maybe I should like pre-process this data because I don't. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna so I loop over the player set and I wait. Why do I loop over the entire player set? I don't actually need to loop over the entire player set anymore. If p key and event set. Oh, to fade energy. Yeah, I guess so. All right, whatever. Excuse me. Ah, dying. Don't worry. I'm not dying. Not really. Um, okay. Uh, right. So the thing about like PB and like the part where we calculate what PB equals, that we're gonna do separately. So let's just have like I mean it's a little silly to do it this way, but I don't want to like duplicate this like if values PB greater than 0 business, because this is a big ugly chunk that I don't want to have to rewrite. So we're just gonna say it's like I don't know like gain dictionary. Uh, oh wait, actually we can separate this stuff out, sort of. Yep. Okay. But that's like not actually directly related. So okay, the new organization is going to be a lot less like indented. It's going to be a lot more linear. But okay, so gain dictionary equals dictionary. Actually, wait, no, gain dictionary. Right, that was the thing that occurred to me is that gain dictionary doesn't have to be a dictionary. Gain dictionary can be a list. So gain list equals empty list, and then we'll say so for p key in event set. So actually we'll say first we'll say if cur ev dot supertype equals classic, right? Because this is the part that we'll put. It'll be like lightly duplicative, in that it'll like have a like the structure will be, mirrored, or there will be like a pattern to that, but I just don't want to rerun the condition. There's no point in rerunning the conditional in each iteration of the loop, because if we're iterating, I don't know. It's just like it's not a huge deal, but like if we're iterating over like literally thousands of players, it's like why run that conditional thousands of times when you can run that conditional once and just know what it was. So archery is the other that we have. Okay. So this whole PB stuff is this is going in here, and except it's not going to be PB equals 0, or it is going to be PB equals 0, but the punchline, or like the end, like the way, wait, this is supposed to be unindented. What happens at the end is not just that PV plus equals cur ev dot value. Wait, cur ev dot value? What is value? What is dot value? Cur ev dot value? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, really? Cur ev dot value? I didn't think cur ev dot value was supposed to work that way. But apparently it does. Oh, right. No, this, right. No, PB is only the bonus index through values. It's not actually, uh, wait, seriously? Oh, wait a second. This whole, if values, oh, values index PB. Okay. No, this is fine. Yeah, okay. Right, I don't keep track of, PB, player bonus. I don't keep track of the actual experience points awarded. What I keep track of is the award tier, because for different events, you might end up with like different, award tiers. Like the top tier is not always going to be 3 points. Sometimes it's 2 points. Like sometimes it could even be 1 point. But like yeah. Okay. So let's right. So the last step here is just we say gain list dot append, and then we'll append on the p key and PB. So the player's name and how much they gained. Yeah. So that's all we'll do up front. For classic, for archery it's going to be different, because for archery it's going to be for oh, oops, I didn't do the iteration in here. Whoops, yeah. So actually, this is supposed to be indented, and it's supposed to be. This is supposed to be for p key in event set. Yeah. All right. So, oh yeah, I just forgot to copy it from here. Okay. And right. So this is going to move to, but the local gamma badge section, that's going to move as well, but I'm not going to move it just yet. So PB plus equals cur_ev dot value. Yeah. Okay. So for archery, we're going to say for p key in event set, that is still the same in event set. But for each player that participated in archery, we're going to say PB again. We're going to say PB equals 0, and then we're going to say for like li, or like, yeah, for li in what is it, player or so PB equals 0, yeah, PB equals 0 for li in player, no, not player dictionary, outcomes dictionary, index p key. So this is the player's participation in the event. So for the participation, we'll say PB plus equals li. Yeah, because this is just like a list of numbers that were in the list. This is, yeah, the outcomes dictionary keeps track of the list of scores that the player got throughout the archery event. Okay, and then all we have to do is say, oops, li, and then all we have to say is PB divided by equals 3, because there were 3 rounds, and so it's the average score for the 3 rounds. And then we just add that to the gain list. Gain list dot append p key PB. I think it's that simple. Let me just double check the math on that. So like file new Python file like int rounding test.int rounding, or test/int rounding. So what happens if so for I in range 9 print I divided by 3. So if I understand correctly, 0 should be 0, 1 should be 0, 2 should be 1, 3 should be 1. Like it should be rounding it appropriately, like that. Let me just double check. So 0 is 0, 1 is 0, 2 is 0. Wait, what the crump? 9 is 2? Oh no, because it doesn't actually ever get to 9. Oh, so I guess actually I meant to say range 10. But yeah, that's not rounding like I expected it to. It's like rounding down. It's like doing floor. It's not doing round. Which is weird. I didn't expect that. I guess maybe I'll want to be a little more deliberate. about that, because it's really draconian and harsh. If you have to get, like, the only way to get 3 points is to literally hit the bullseye like all 3 times. Like, that's too much. I meant it to be that you could miss the bullseye once. Yeah. And you'd still get 3 points. If you hit the bullseye twice and miss it once, that's fine. You're good. You're good at this game. Oh wait, is there ever really a 3 though? It's actually wait. Oh wait, no, maybe that was correct actually. Wait, but you literally can get 9. And that literally is 3. Right, no, because the range of possible outcomes is so maybe I'll just handle 3 as a 2. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Right, so 0 doesn't literally mean 0 in this case, which I guess was what was confusing me. Uh so I guess I should actually like take their score. Right, so actually hold on. What if instead if it was uh I minus 1 divided by 3. I mean, this should be fairly straightforward. Should just shift anything down. Except we should get the -1 here, which we don't want. Oh, but actually, wait, no, 0 maybe not. 0 is actually not technically a possible outcome. Right, because they wouldn't be in this list if they had 0. Ah, 0 is not a possible outcome for this system. So I don't have to account for 0. So yeah, so it will be, okay, so yeah. So, okay, so how does this work now? So this says if you get 9, like if you get a perfect 9, then you get 2 points. If you get 8, you get 2 points. 7, you get 2 points. Is that right? 1 bullseye and 2 near hits. Like, is that? Oh, wait a second. No, the maximum. No, the maximum possible values for this system are not 0 through 9. They're 0 through 6. Right. Okay. So it should be divided by 2. And it should be I divided by 2. And it should be range 10, range 7. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so because what just occurred to me is like actually the way I annotate this data is like 1 point. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like the whole like technically the points you can get are 1, 2, and 3, but I index them as 0, 1, and 2. So like it's the math around them gets weird. But okay, so this means that if you get if you hypothetically if you got literally 0, which you can't, you have to get at least 1. It's impossible to get literally 0. You would get oh, I might want to change this. Yeah, I might want to change this a little bit. I might actually want to do I minus 1 divided by 2. I minus 1 divided by 2. Just because, like... okay, so if you hit the target once, you get 1 point. If you hit the target twice, you get 1 point. Wait, if you hit the target 3 times, if you just 3 times, you get 2 points just for hitting the target 3 times. That seems a little too generous. Maybe instead of like trying to calculate this, I should just literally set up like the thresholds. Yeah, that would probably be easier. Right. Okay. Wait, what did I? Oh, did I close? No, Journey Archery. Why'd it go over here? Weird. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So no, we're gonna say right. So we add up all of these values from Outcomes Dictionary. Let me just double check that I'm populating Outcome Dictionary the way I think I'm populating Outcome Dictionary. Right. Okay. So if you get it, if you nail it, you get 2 points or like 2 value tier whatever's. Oh, what does hark mean? Sorry, hark means listen. Basically, it basically means hey. It's like hey, you find part of a torn map. Like hey, listen, you find part of a torn map. That's what hark means. Okay, yeah. So the maximum you could possibly have here is 6. And that's if you hit the bullseye all 3 times. Okay, so, right. So the way that this is going to work is that if, so, yeah, whatever. So if PB equals, or if PB is greater than or equal to 5, PB, I mean, this is like a really awkward conditional, the way I'm using like I'm like using PB for 2 different values, but like they're like I only need one value until I need the other value, so whatever. Alright, so if PB is greater than or equal to 5, then PB equals 2. If else if PB, I'm gonna do this in the other order just because it feels slightly less creepy to do it in the other order. It's creepy. It's just it's like I said, it's a weird way to use like a variable either way, but so if PB is less than, so what's the minimum to get to like actually get 2 points, like to get to the second reward tier? You have to have hit the target well at least twice. So if PB is greater than or equal to 2, oh no, wait, no, I have to say, oh yeah, that's why I was gonna do it. Whatever, I'll do it the creepy way, I don't care. So if PB is greater than or equal to 5, then PB equals 2. If else if PB is greater than or equal to 2, then PB equals 1. Else PB actually equals 0. Because 0 doesn't literally mean 0 points. 0 just means the bottom reward tier, which is usually worth 1 point. Right. So that's what was making the math weird. So is that true that you get 2 points as long as you hit the target twice? Yeah. And by hit the target, what I mean is like hit within like the nice range. I think like even like misses will still like hit the target, but yeah. Okay, let's do what then? So this is now good. This is now quite right. So like basically you have to hit bullseyes to get the top reward tier, and you have to hit the target to get the middle reward tier. But you can miss the bullseye once and still get the top reward tier, and you can miss the target once and still get the middle reward tier. Okay. And by miss the target, I mean I'll just like the inner ring, I guess, or whatever. Okay. So let's continue refactoring this because right. So now oh yeah, here's the if for p key in event set that I pulled out before, because this is going to be this. Oh no, it's not even going to be quite this. It's going to be like no, it is going to be this. Oh no. Well, yeah, I mean it's the same thing. But actually, what I want to say is for li in gain lists, right? Because at this point we're going to like do all the like processing stuff, except for the thing about like acted. That we'll do at the end. But all this stuff we're going to put in here. Yes. Okay, so oh, you know what? We can actually filter. We can this whole values PB greater than 0 thing. We can actually filter this out in advance, right? Or is there anything that we need to do even if? Is there an else case here? Oh, there is an else case. Ugh. Really? Wait, really? Wait, how's that work? Oh, I think I'm missing something here. This doesn't seem right. if values index PB is greater than 0, how is this the else case to that? I think that's incorrect. I think I should just get rid of this. Although that's not really fair, is it? Wait, no, this just shouldn't be a conditional to this badge thing. Yeah, so I will keep the values PB thing in here. But no, this whole thing about has badge, doesn't have badge, blah blah blah. Like that is weird. Like that uh should not be indented inside that block. This should happen regardless whether values PB is greater than 0. Yeah. Okay, so that was weird and had been broken for a while apparently, but at least it's fixed now. Although actually this block kind of appears in two separate places, so I'm just gonna quickly check if it's broken in the other place too. Yeah, why is it broken in both places? Why would I do that? Oh, wait, no. No, I just indented it poorly. I was supposed to say that line was supposed to be there. It was just I just had it at the wrong level of indentation. Okay. But yeah, that whole thing I had. Okay, so technically I had the other part at the wrong part of indentation. All right, wait. So yeah, no, go back. So bring back the right. No, this isn't necessarily this. You're right. This is just not supposed to be an else case. This is just supposed to be So like this whole thing, right, is just supposed to be unindented, and then after that whole thing process, right, it's not supposed to be an else case because it's just always supposed to process. Okay. Right. So yeah, better. Right, but then yeah, so only in the case that oh yeah, so it's not values PB at this point. It's values PB. What was values PB? So these references to PB are gonna be different. Whoops, wait, what did? I don't know what just happened. I hit control. I have no clue what just happened. Okay, references to P key are actually going to be references to li index 0. So let's actually replace the replace P key with li index 0. Only in this like little chunk here. Actually, no, in this whole chunk here, but like all the way down to right, not into this whole P key and player set thing, which is actually fine unto itself at this point. Okay, so right, so all these references to P key, starting here, no, not starting there, starting here, are going to change to li index 0. So replace. Oh, wait a second. Does it matter that we're not screening through the player dictionary at this point? Maybe we should keep the... I don't think it matters that we're not screening this through the player dictionary, because like a player shouldn't have left in the middle of an event if they were participating in the event. Like that's all... It's like one of the tenets of like how the event system works. Oh, but what if a player gets forced out of the system because they like linked or unlinked their accounts? Maybe that's why I was going by the player dictionary. Okay, actually, yeah, no, that... I don't even recall specifically if that is necessarily the case, but I feel like that could be the case, or I at least want to afford myself that as a possibility. So, I lied. It's not getting... This whole situation is not getting quite as linear, because we're... right, so the gain list is going to be a gain dictionary. Oh, wait. Technically, I guess I'd want it to be like a gain set or something. No, I still have the event set to work from. So right, so we'll have the gain dictionary, but we'll still work from the event set. All right, so gain dictionary is a dictionary, and right, so it's not gain list dot append, it's gain list index p key equals pb. Yes. Okay. And then same thing down here. Okay. So now, right, so we don't do for li and gain list. This actually, like, this is going to become a conditional of, wait, why is this? This is supposed to be indented. But it's also not supposed to be here, so let's cut this out again. Put it back where we found it, actually. So for p key in player set, if p key in, whoops, why is this capitalized? If p key in, is this still capitalized? Why are you still capitalized? My caps lock key? Is it just like gone rogue? Okay, if p key in event set, then, right, because we populated gain list with everything from event set, so we can just say if p key in event set, then we can do these things. Again, we just have to convert, like, it's not going to be pb anymore, but p key will still be the same. Okay, so yeah, so we only have to replace pb in a few instances, and in those instances it will instead be gain. Oh, whoops, no, yeah, this isn't gain list. This is gain dictionary. It'll be gain dictionary index p key. Excuse me. Save that, and then so p key in event set. So for p key in player dictionary, if p key in event set, then we do all this business. Oh yeah, but right. So values, like I said, is now gain dictionary index p key. Yes. Copy that. Find replace these things. Replace. Okay. Go back up. Okay. So that should be good. There's no. Yeah, no, literally everyone in event, like, we literally iterated over the event set in order to populate gain dictionary, so there couldn't be a scenario wherein we have we're not going to get a key error out of gain dictionary, because if a player's in event set, they're going to be in gain dictionary as well. Yeah. Alright, so good then. And so now we will do all of our, yeah, so the same thing, so like regardless of the event type, we still add experience the same way, we still grant we still award badges the same way. So that is all now handled generically. It's just the score calculation that's handled relative to the current event super type. Okay. Energies are still the same, because energies is based on experience. Oh no, that's not true. Energies are actually handled based on the event type. So what is this reference to PB right here? That doesn't seem right. Why is there a reference to, or there's just a random reference to PB down here? No, it's supposed to be GMXP. Okay. But that's not really related. Okay, so yeah, now how does energies work actually? So for P key in player set, next energy equals -1. For EI in range, length, energy, art. Okay, we've already calculated the player's energy by this point. So, no, where's the point where, where's the place where we actually increase player's energy? Oh yeah, okay, no, it is in here. Right, and we are using event type category. Okay. So this is another thing that we have to move up to the, we have to move this up to, we have to do something such that this is handled, like we can't use event type category here. Event type category has to do with the classic events. It doesn't have anything to do with archery. Oh. So I could just make sure, actually no, so yeah, so in the archery case I could just make sure event type category equals 0. And then or no, make sure event type category doesn't equal 0. It's kind of a cheaty way to go about it, but it's pretty straightforward too, so... no, you know what? This is like kind of unnecessary process. Yeah, no, never mind. I'm just gonna move this out. Right, because this is like unrelated to the rest of the stuff. And it's actually simpler in the archery case, so we'll still, it's like down here, we'll still say, if etc, oh wait, why does this say li index 0? No, that in that case I was... No, wait, no, this isn't supposed to say li index 0 anymore. What I changed to li index 0, I was supposed to change back to... Oh, I did the wrong find replace. Great. My favorite. No, those are supposed to be gain dictionary index p key. I was like, wait, where did those come from? Okay. Yeah, so replace. That's probably not. That's probably something completely unrelated. Yeah, no, that's something completely unrelated. Where the heck are we? Okay, yeah, so... Right. Okay, so no, this is supposed to be, so this would be PB. Right. Okay. Because we can update energy whenever. Like, there's no... Yeah. Okay. Oh, PB plus equals cur_ev value. That actually is something that I'll want to do in either case. So should I... Yeah, no, whatever. I'll just do it here also. PB plus equals cur_ev dot value. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could do it down here. Oh, no, but I need it for energies, too. So, and since if I'm putting energies up here, then, yeah, okay. So, yeah, right. So, it's actually, right, so the reason it's simpler for archery is that for archery, it's always that PB. Oh, wait a second. Actually, no. No, yeah, no, this is correct. Yeah, values. Actually, no, I should do the energy before I do this adjustment. So actually, no, this PB plus equals cur_ev value thing, I'm actually moving this. This is not gonna, we're not actually gonna, yeah, energy shouldn't be affected by like the value of the event. Yeah, in fact, it specifically doesn't in like every other case. So, no, it's process exp gains. So that, yeah, so gain. I mean, I guess I could just do it right after energy. Then I was also thinking I could do it right down here. Nah, whatever. I'll just do it right after energy. So, wait, no, not that. Yeah, so these lines. So instead of cutting them, I'll just move them to after energy. It's just like, it's actually more convenient to do it here while we're working with PB rather than doing it down here, because I don't care is why. Because in your face, because deal with it, that's why. No. Sorry. Let's do what now? Okay, let's continue on, because now I think we've done quite enough with how we're handling the experience awarded at the end of an event. So I'll assume this whole section is now archery or like super type compatible. Right, so if the length of energies, that has nothing to do with super type, we'll always want to do that. What is this? P key player set. This is all energy stuff. All energies all day. So what is this away mode? Event points pool. Yeah, that's a real thing that just happens. Total awarded divided by event set. Yeah, that's right. If GM active, yeah, this is probably still relevant. Oh, but what is this event type category thing? Oh, yeah. Huh. Maybe I should just have a separate event type category for archery. Yeah, I probably should do that, at least with respect to GM points pool. So let's go up to let's go up to where we calculate event type category, because instead of doing this, or no, where's that we calculate? Yeah, instead of calculating event type category inside this block about classic. Actually, I guess when we have a block about archery, we can just say event type category etc equals like 3. Sure. I mean, I could also like stop using like weird. I could stop using weird numbers for these and just like actually make event type category archery. And then like, yeah, event type category could be luck. And then event type category. So in this case, it would be even. Right, because like basically the category is like, so even or even x, those are category even. Tilt or tilt x, that's category tilt. Not tile. Should I use a different word? Because like I can't type tilt. I every time I try and type tilt, I type tile instead. So maybe I shouldn't be using that quite that way. Oh, the reason I use 0, 1, and yeah, no, actually for this stupid stuff, I'm gonna continue to 0, 1, and 2 because like I index lists using this. So I think like for the event, oh yeah, so for the event types, like yeah, whatever, this is fine. Okay. Right, so GM points pool is now gonna have another value. So if GM points pool excuse me, if GM points pool index 3 is less than 5, then excuse me, GM points pool index 3 plus equals so I guess I should tone these down slightly for like balance. I should change how this math is handled so that I you know, that the overall numbers are like balanced fairly. But yeah, no, for now I'll just like, how often should archery come up? Not that often, so I might just like shave 1 point off of each of these and then add like 0.03 or something. So like this will go from 9 to 8, this will go from 20 to 19. Actually no, I'll drop this down to 18. I'll drop this down to 15, so that'll give me 4 points. Right, that was 16 down to 15. Yeah, so this will give me 0.04 points to put in it, I guess. This is basically like this is like a system that I could take it out. Like I really don't need it, but like it's a system where like the GM's rewarded for balancing the event types a little more evenly. Or rather, like by not overusing, like the events that aren't supposed to happen as often don't have as big, like their points pools don't grow as fast. So like luck type events and archery type events, like you don't want too many of those. Like the core of the game is like vote or like tilt, and balance is also like really staple, but then the other ones are like more for variety. But if like the other ones, if they get overused, then like it gets really like bleh, really fast. So yeah, okay. So yeah, let's I think those are like the only places where I actually reference GM points pool. Yeah. Okay. And so we're setting event type category correctly now, right? I guess. I guess actually, since we referenced event type category in so many places, like, I mean, this isn't like critical or anything, but like, I'm going to initialize it, not here, but here instead. Not that that makes like a difference like at all. I just forgot how frequently we used it in other places, so There it is. Okay. So, all right. So that was so we're using it now correctly for the GM points pool. So yeah, what happens after the GM? So is there anything else I need to change about the GM? No, that seems fine. Name tag list. Yeah. Uh, name tag list. Oh, how do I append name tag, or how do I set up name tag lists? Now that I think about it, name tag list append p key. Yeah, if the values right. Okay, so we only do that if the okay. Because I was gonna say name tag list is basically like the. Oh, I was gonna say it's basically like the keys of the gain dictionary, but it's actually just like the keys of gain dictionary is the same as the event set. So no, okay, this is fine. Yes. So the GM always gains experience for an event. I think. Is that true? No, that's not necessarily true. So I will. I guess I will say if. Oh yeah, yeah. So actually, I only have to. This all this part I only have to do is if GM exp is greater than 0. Yeah. Otherwise, like, because if it's 0, then like those are unnecessary. Okay, so we put the name tag list. That's the same. That's fine. Curev adlib. We don't have to worry about that because there's no such thing as an adlib archery event. Make up which direction you shoot. I shoot downwards into the earth. I don't know, maybe someday, but not right now. um, uh, I was trying to, or I generally avoid interfering, but I just like the Path of Dragons. The thing that I realized, like now that we've had the event system, like with the chip, the current pool of events set up, events that are like starter events come up so often compared to events that are like down a quest chain. Like just like the general like frequency of them, like the Path of Dragons, for example, like it's really rare that we ever go there. I guess like the Path of Dragons is an extreme example because hey Jaka, how's it going? Um, yeah, the Path of Dragons is an extreme example because it's literally like 4 quests deep, and there's only like one outcome that'll take you to the subsequent. So like you have to nail like 3 events perfectly in order to actually get to the yeah. Well, I won't spoil what happens, but okay. So what is this about? Okay, this is where we get back into. Yeah, so this is gonna be different. This whole situation about like everything we do here. Actually, I guess it's literally just here. Yeah. So this is gonna get into a if classic. If curev dot supertype equals classic. Then we'll do all this. I will want to do something different in the case of else if curev dot supertype type equals archery, because like I do want some outro text. I just don't know what I want the outro text to be exactly. So I'll want to figure that out. I mean, it'll probably be like maybe I'll give like the full statistics for like all of the rounds, or like, oh, special recognition. I guess like I'll probably want to call out like the players who got like perfect bullseyes or something. I don't know. All right, well, Jocko, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when I get partner status, and you can get your fill of high def, high frame rate. But by then will be virtual reality too. Side quest or will be yeah, it'll be all virtual reality. Um, everything will be virtual reality by then. Let's be honest. Okay. Uh, so yeah, so if Kurev super type archery, I guess like for starters we can just say oh, do we still have I don't know. Um I'm tempted to just do something like really stupid for starters, like outro um uh outro string plus equals like oh yeah, maybe I should hmm maybe I should kind of do yeah, no, you know what I should do is okay. Kind of like with kind of like what we do for the individual events or for the individual rounds of like archery. We keep track of how many players got perfect, how many players got like how many players hit the top tier, how many players hit the middle tier, how many players hit the bottom tier. So hey, sorry, Eucurus and Trent Sterling right at the same time. Thank you so much for hosting. Thank you guys and welcome everyone. we're um we're adding archery to the game. I don't know if the script is actually going to run if I run it right now, but so SideQuest is the game that we're working on. Oh, invalid syntax. SideQuest is the game that we're working on. If you haven't seen it before, and so the core of the game has always run on what I'm now calling like the classic event system, because I'm adding in a new event type, which is archery, and all right. My syntax is occasionally spotty, so I might have to fix a few of these before the script actually runs again. But when it does run, we have it's all temp art currently. We haven't finished anything, but we can at least preview a little bit. Oh, outro string, yeah, right. So for now, I'm just gonna say shots fired uh, because I'm a troll. I troll my own project a lot. So. Um, yeah, so here's like here's like the little archery scenes that we have like worked up. So you see like their archers like they might be a little too overlapped. I kind of like squish them in, but there are like three archers here, lining up their shots, and we have the targets over here, and so then what else? Yeah, so we have like this archer tableau. For the past few days we've been like setting up like all the pieces that we'll need in order to like have this archery happening. And again, it's temp art. I have to emphasize it's temp art. I want to make the art look good at some point. Right now, it's just like it looks like whatever. Um, and yeah, we're getting pretty close to like finally connecting the data so that like it doesn't just look like it's working, but it actually like does work. Oh, also the arrows are like way off off center, so like they're a little hard to see at this point, but like there are these so they're arrows like hitting the targets, and the numbers are all like made up, but right. So what we're doing now is like we're making those numbers real. Yeah. So with the archery event, it repeats like 3 times. There are 3 rounds of shooting, and so those percentages that we saw on the bottom of the screen, like those are supposed to represent like how well players are doing in the archery event, and then. So what? Right. So what had just been occurring to me. Well, for one thing, I need to. So at the end of an event, there's some results. There's something that happens, right? So for one thing, players gain experience, and we did set that up. We just set it up so that players do gain experience for archering, um, and yeah, what I don't really have happening yet, and I'm about to set up is like the verbal feedback, or like how that's registered to the players, or like conveyed, not just like to the individual players, because that's actually already all handled automatically, but like just like kind of like the summation, like basically like how did it all turn out. So yeah. Oh right, and so outcomes. I mean, this is like basically when we figure out the outcome as well. Right. So what we do for the individual rounds of shooting to determine wait, it's like archery outcomes, I think I call it. Art. Whoops, no. uh, archery outcomes. Yeah. We're gonna do basically the same thing. Uh, so at the end of the event, we'll get like a grand total for how well all of the rounds of archery had played out, I guess. And then, like, so one of the things in this game for the prescripted events in this game is that the language that I'm writing in is Python right now. Uh, and so the yeah, one of the features for prescripted events in this game is that there can be like branching storylines. Like depending on the outcome, you can have like different things happen. And so yeah, since like archery, like the only real story with archery is like, did you hit the target? Did you not hit the target? So I guess like for the purposes of outcomes of an archery event, we'll use like that data, like how well did the players do overall. So yeah, so here's where we were. We are calculating all the archery business. So here we'll also say archery outcomes is a dictionary for I in range. Blah blah bling blong. Archery outcomes equals yada yada. And then for P-key and event set, after we calculate how well the player did, we'll say PB plus equals cur_ev dot value. Oh, we have to do this before we do the cur_ev dot value thing. Right. We'll say archery outcomes index PB, because PB has to be 0, 1, or 2. And we just populated the dictionary with those possible values. We'll just say plus equals 1. So for each player who got perfect, we add 1 to the perfect count, et cetera, et cetera. So then, yeah, so when we're calculating the... So then when we get down, when like in the place where we would typically, declare like, how'd the event go, we will say for... Actually, I guess it's basically the same thing that we were doing before with archery outcomes. Is we'll say that archery outcome percentages equals yeah. I guess we could do this. I guess we'll do this here. Sure. Right, because we'll declare the archery outcome percentages outside of here. Not that we need to. I mean, this is Python, so I actually don't need to declare my variables like outside here, but I'm going to anyways because I'm still more comfortable typing things as if I'm still more comfortable coding as if I was in a C language, even though I'm not in a C language. Any advice on how do you start programming well in C? Is it that you don't know how to program at all, or is it that you just don't know how to program well? Because if it's just about programming well, then the trick is just to program. You're going to get better just by doing it. If you don't know how to program at all, then the first step to programming, I'd say like don't even worry about languages. Like just learn the fundamentals of programming. And like I know not everyone recommends this approach, which is actually why I recommend this approach, because I think like it's not recommended enough. Like don't worry about languages. Use like visual scripting and use something that will abstract the programming concepts so that you can absorb the programming concepts. Because like the syntax of like the language really doesn't matter. Like I mean, there are people who will disagree with that, but like I would like compare it like to like there's such thing as like a great cartoonist. Like there are great artists who have like really masterful technical skills, but they're like cartoonists who can just draw like basically stick figures but convey great art in that way. Like I consider like I don't know, like the syntax of like a language is like if I don't know, if you want to be like if all you care about is being an engineer, then like or so like if all you care about is being like a technical artist, then like yeah, go down that path and that's good and great. But like don't think that that's the only way to go about it, because you can accomplish really great things just by understanding not like the minutia, like not the detail, not like the technical implements, but rather that just like getting like the more of a holistic sense of like what does this really mean, like what is it, like what am I trying to convey with my art. So yeah, I guess that's the like like programming from the artist's perspective, or like programming as art perspective on how to get into programming. But okay, so okay, so now we're calculating our archery. What is this? Archery outcome percentages based on stuff. Okay, so yeah, I mean, based on like the other the outcomes that we calculate here. So then, yeah, so now let's go down to where we're declaring the end of the event, and yeah, so it's not shots fired. We'll say outro string plus equals excuse me. Outro string plus equals I don't know what the full format is going to be, but some of it will be that kind of like what we do before. We'll say perfect bullseye, and then we'll say percentage. Although I guess we won't put it in parentheses. Maybe we shouldn't put any of these. Like right now it says perfect. Like for the outcome of a. So the format of the outcome of a classic event is like perfect yell, and then in parentheses 33%. Perfect move 33%. Perfect avoid 33%. And it uses parentheses for all of those percentages, but like. In contrast, like, because wait, yeah, so because the results of like of a classic event, the percentage isn't really the important part. The perfect yell, for example, or like perfect, the perfect nice modifier and the action tag are like the key points of information. Here, like here it will always say perfect bullseye, like nice hit. And then, I don't know what I don't know what the other two are going to be. Of course, like perfect is bullseye. So I'm just thinking, like, should I was going to say, like, maybe I should get rid of the parentheses from like the way the output, like the outcome is like formatted for the classic events. Yeah, no, it'll be similar, but I think I won't actually include the, oh, could you give some tips, explain the arrays and the cycles for a while? Yeah, I'll basically, like, I'll explain, like, what I'm working on as I go, and then, in general, like, loops are just one of those very core things. Okay, so, yeah, I explain most of what I do as I go, but, like, loops are just, like, a really core, easy thing that I'll just explain real quick. So conditional statements are, like, if, else, that sort of thing. Conditional statements look like this. Right? It's pretty simple. You are going down some path, you hit a conditional statement, and then you go down one of two paths, or multiple paths. It doesn't just have to be two paths. Loop statements are somewhat different in that they look like, as you might imagine, this. And so the difference is, I mean, a loop is kind of like a conditional statement in that like this is basically, so when you hit the loop juncture, you basically go straight through, or you go back around and do it again. So if you I mean the only actual difference between these two, the only difference between how these two are set up is that we don't illustrate that this goes actually back to here, because if this path goes back around to this original conditional, then suddenly this conditional is now a loop. So yeah, so that's the basics, and I will explain like what I'm working on as I go. So let me know if you have questions. Okay, so perfect bullseye. Yeah, I'm not gonna like put in like the action symbol or anything, because the action symbol really isn't relevant here. The actions were not the outcomes themselves; they were means to achieve the outcomes. So okay, so perfect bullseye. Huh. Well, yeah, I think I'll always go perfect bullseye. I'll always go perfect nice and then the other. Uh, yeah, so perfect bullseye plus so this will be archery outcome percentages index 2 because they go in reverse order. Like it goes like perfect is 2, the mid tier is 1, and the bottom tier is 0. So perfect bullseye plus percentage uh, comma nice. So perfect. Actually, yeah, I might capitalize bullseye too. Perfect bullseye, and then so this is the percentage of players that got perfect bullseyes. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, instead of going by I mean, yeah. So there are two ways I could present this information. Like, so each player had fired 3 shots. So I could either call like this percentage like how many players like got the top tier, because what occurred to me is like that's not actually the number of bullseyes. Because like a player can get into the top tier not just by hitting 3 bullseyes. Well, okay. So for one thing, if a player hits the top tier, they probably hit 3 bullseyes, but they might have only hit 2 bullseyes and one like near close, because you still get full credit in that case. Why do I wear gloves? At this point, actually, I wear gloves because I've been wearing gloves. I used to wear gloves because it used to be really cold here, and my apartment is really cold. And one of my pet peeves is that my fingers got cold. But like it's like this is like the time of year where like it's actually not that cold anymore. So at this point, I'm wearing gloves because it's habit, and my hands feel naked if I don't wear them. um, what should you program for practice? Program what you want to make. Like if you want to make games, program games. If you want to make if you want to make like tax software, like program tax software. But also I would say like go very small. So if you want to make games, like even if someday you want to make big huge games, start by making the tiniest little games that you could possibly make. Like literally make a game where like make like think of the simplest game you can make. Like here's like a really unfun game. There's a game where you have 2 buttons and you click on one of them and it does one thing, and you click on another thing and it does a different thing. Like that's like a game. It's like a hidden information game. Like like start small. Start smaller than that even. Like just like really like find like there's no point in trying to do something big. There's no point in trying to do anything of any size until you're able to, because if you bite off like this, at least this has been my experience. If I try and bite something off in computer science that's like bigger than like a baby step, or like just like a very tiny gradual incremental step, I just get frustrated and I don't finish it. I don't learn anything from the experience. It's just like just annoying, and then like I just stop. No, like the most successful thing you can do is just like aim for this. Aim for like a single pixel rendered correctly, and once you have that pixel rendered correctly, then introduce another pixel, and then like yeah. It's all so confusing and abstract when it's not working correctly that I I can't emphasize enough the importance or the value of like small pieces of success, like little things that are successful along the way that will eventually lead you to like whatever huge, enormous, like crazy thing that you want to make eventually. Okay, so nice. What is it called? Yeah. Actually, I might not call it perfect bullseye. I might call it uh, I might call it like perfect sharp shot or something. Sharp shot. If I use sharp shot as one word, is that gonna seem crazy? Sharp or define sharp shoot. Sharp shoot is one word. Okay, so sharp shot, I'm declaring is one word also. That's a real word. Sharp shot is a real word. Shut up. It's a real word. So perfect sharp shot. Okay, so it'll, because right, I mean, I could change it if I wanted to literally do the tally of like, or the percentages of like bullseyes to not bullseyes, but like no, I'm just gonna say perfect sharp shot, and then how many percentage of players got perfect sharp shot, and then like nice mark, uh, uh, and then the percentage of how many players got like nice, so plus archery outcome percentages, index 1 plus the percentage sign, comma, and then just like hits is the last one. It's not like nice, it's not perfect, it's just hits, right? So that'll be that one will be the archery outcome percentages, index 0 plus percentage sign. Yeah, and then I guess I'll end it with a period. I think I want more that comes like before this too, or more that comes after it. But like for now, this will get the point across. So, so right now, Trusty Bard will just say like low, perfect sharpshoot, 14%, nice mark, like 62%, like hits, whatever is the other number, like 30 something, I don't know, whatever, they're like 20 something, I don't, I'm not good at quick head arithmetic. Okay. So wait, L if not cur ev live, outro string. For one thing, why is this weirdly indented? And for other thing, why is the period at the end of the why is the period of the outro at the end of the outro string conditional on whether the cur ev is live or not? Seriously? I don't know what that means. I heard that. Oh, Khan Academy. Yeah, I was thinking of Code Academy. Apparently, Code Academy doesn't do C languages, which is so weird to me. Khan Academy is really cool. I haven't been there recently, but I used to like them a lot. Are you joking, Computer Fists? Like, what do you think is happening on the bottom of the screen right now? Do you think that's me? Do you think I'm wearing like an animated shirt that has like little people walking across it? This is literally the game that we're working on. um, yeah, okay, yeah. So fresh. The links that Lauren has posted, like those are probably really good. Um, I haven't used them personally. I like Khan Academy. Like I followed their like course on like economics, and it's the only reason I understand like anything about economics. I didn't look at their computer science stuff specifically, but I would trust Lauren's advice. Lauren also has very good advice. So let's why is this? This is just one of those like perplexing things. Like, why is this? Why does this only happen in the case that cur ev? Oh, not cur ev live. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird to me. Mr. Peaceful 89. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. I'm just gonna get rid of that for now. I'm just gonna say else. I just can't imagine why that would be important. I'm guessing that was like left over from something else, which okay. Sorry. So raw ev file name. Yeah, okay, so moving on. So that's like all I'm gonna do with the outros for now. And that should be satisfactory. Let's so raw ev so this file name business, this has to do with oh, you know what? Yeah, no, this is fine. Yeah, this is actually going to work out fine. So okay, what happens is I have it set up so that when I'm GMing the game, like live, it'll keep track of the events that I like write live, so that way if there's a really good one, like if I really like this one, I can come back and I can like I have it on hand, so I can convert it into like the prescripted system. So this is just kind of like a, I don't know, it's just kind of like, just instead of just like discarding it and like forgetting it and like doing nothing with it, like this is just like a uh little extra something. um so we'll I think just do the same thing. I think we don't have to do anything different for archery events here. I think we can just like, all the same way that we're saving this data will just stay the same. Oh, late participation? That's a little weird. Uh, it's a little weird. No, it's fine. It's fine how it is. Late participation in archery is just going to be, I don't know, late participation is never especially exciting because like late participation is if you participate in an event after the event has already ended. You can get partial credit for it, but you don't actually affect the outcome of the event. So it's a little like okay. Uh uh so uh let's uh let's keep this all. I think like literally all of this is fine to keep. And we can just, it might be that from here on out we're just like good, because this is like, at this point like the event is basically over. This is just like the wrap up. And so Kurev live equals false, event time transition blah blah blah, like that's all good. uh Quit dictionary, yeah, that's fine I guess. um Quit set event on, yeah, location. Okay, and then we do the transition stuff. Oh, outcome. 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 Um, that's one thing that I haven't handled yet, because we calculate outcome when we process the event. And so process event should now be called process classic event, because like uh because right, that's all it does. It only processes like the so process event, yeah, it should really be called process classic event. And that's where like the outcome actually gets set. So for archery, uh yeah, we need to set the outcome here instead. So we'll say uh okay, so yeah, when we're looping over here, so we'll say like outcome equals oh, okay. What we do with outcomes is probably going to have to change a little bit, because outcomes used to correspond to action tags, which they won't anymore. Does the game process this chat? Yes, this game runs entirely through the chat channel. That's yeah. So right. So you guys are doing it. You guys are doing it correctly. So for example, yeah, right. So oh yeah, okay. So what's happening in chat is so what we're working on right now is like this new like archery type of event, which is like if I'll just run the graphics while I explain this. The archery type event is like going to be this like different thing. Like again, the art is all very temp, so bear with me. But yeah, what's happening in chat is the classic type event. So for example, you see lots of wagons, colorful tents, traveling circus, etc., etc. Lauren chose to buy a ticket. Blackside chose to participate. Computer Fist chose to participate or to train, and so at the end of the event, we see uh, that Lauren won out. Lauren has a lot of influence in this game. Lauren's been playing this game for a very long time. So, uh, yeah, right. Like Trusty Bard had said, like the popular option will succeed. It might be buy. Oh, which is kind of funny, because like technically only one person had chosen buy, whereas like people had chosen participate. But like, the game like kind of like slants on on an influence system, which is a little under the hood. So, Trusty Bard, if you're to play side quest, you'll want to keep tabs on what Trusty Bard is up to, because Trusty Bard's the storyteller, and Trusty Bard will like fill you in on like what's happening and like how like the whole story is playing out. And as like his name would indicate, he's pretty trustworthy. So you also like the stuff that Trusty Bard says is also the stuff that shows up on screen. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, so for the outcome for an archery event is going to be different. So it's just going to be it's going to be like 0, 1, and 2, right? So like if most people do not succeed at the archery event, that's going to be one outcome. If most people get like the mid tier at the archery event, that's going to be one outcome. Actually, you know what? I don't actually like that. No, it's not going to be quite like that either. There's going to be like a separate determination. It's basically going to be like it's going to be based on like overall percentage. Um, so yeah, how's that work? I guess basically, so there's going to be, I think there's going to be three possible outcomes, and so there'll be two thresholds. So it's basically like if you take like, so basically if you take like the grand average of how everyone did, then if the grand average is like above a certain threshold, then uh, and it's not going to be quite as strict because like in general like huh I don't know if this is going to be compelling. Well, you know what I do know is that I'll have to tune these thresholds because I don't know what these thresholds should be exactly. um, and I might not even want three possible outcomes. I might only want two possible outcomes, so it might just be a single threshold. It might just be like a pass fail sort of thing. um, but I mean it could be that like statistically like these events always turn out with like a particular outcome just because of like the grand like bell curve of like player participation. um so they like I said, this might not even turn out to be particularly interesting, but we'll try it. um some things you just have to, you can't really evaluate until you've given them a shot. So uh outcome, we'll just start it as 0 and then we'll say so yeah, what's the with these numbers that we have here? Like we don't need new math in order to figure out these figure out what to do here. We can just say AO list, AO total, archery outcome list, archery outcome total. Am I calculating this correctly? Yeah. Okay. Hey, that's a new follower sound. Yukiris, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for following, and thank you again for hosting. um, so, no, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this after we do the, alright, so it's gonna be like, wait, no, how does this work? AO total. Yeah, no, this is fine. Okay, so, so we'll say, like, uh, or like points total, we'll say. So like points, total, equals, 0, and then we'll so when we're appending these things in, we'll also say point total plus equals AO list index I. Wait a second. No, never mind. I'll just do this like entirely separate of this loop, because actually, yeah, what I want to do. Actually, yeah, no, okay. It's just gonna be points total equals it's gonna be archery outcome list index 2 times 2. Right, because these are the ones that are worth 2 points. Plus archery outcome list index 1, because the index 0 doesn't matter. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll do times 3, and then I mean it's like it's basically the same thing. It's just like thinking about it differently. Um, but like I'd rather think about it like, okay, so I'll do AO list index 2 times 3, index 1 times 2. I could have done this in the loop, but whatever. Plus AO list index 0. I'm going to factor that in slightly duplicatively or whatever. But then, actually no, I'll just make this the PT average, and then I'll just divide this by AO total. Right. So yeah, this is just the average of like so I'll call it the AO average. Just for consistency. AO average is it's the average points, and then like I should probably do this like times 100 for better granularity. It's like yeah, because it's not just gonna be right. It's not gonna cut like evenly, because like I don't think it's very reasonable to expect like literally all players to hit the bullseye 100%, and like not even literally 100%, but like it's not reasonable to expect literally everyone to hit the bullseye like with like a super great precision. So like yeah, I mean the high outcome might be like, it might be like hmm yeah, the high outcome might be like 40%. It might be that like so like outcome equals 0, and then if uh if uh if what? So if yeah, so if AO average is greater than 40, then uh outcome equals 2, and then if AO or else if AO average is like greater than AO average is greater than 20. Like I don't know what these numbers are actually supposed to be, but for now I'm just gonna use like, oh wait, I did times 100. Uh Wait, no, so it shouldn't be 40. It should be like 40% of maybe I should do like times 33 or something. Like 100 divided by 3. Uh Actually no, if I want to do that, I can just say yeah. So I will think of it in terms of like maximum potential points. So it'll be AO list index 2, and then AO list index 1 divide times 2 divided by 3, I guess. And then times 2 divided by 3, and then plus AO list index 0 just divided by 3, I guess. And then all times 100. Whatever, this is fine. Okay. So this basically means like if you get higher than 40% overall, which hey, Ceiling Fairy, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, you are correct, Computer Fists. So yeah, 40%, like this means like either 40% of people hit all bullseyes and 60% of people just miss completely, or like, somewhere in between there. Like 20% of people hit bullseyes, 40% of people hit close, and then like 40% of people miss the target. Again, I don't know what these values are supposed to be yet. I'll have to figure them out later and tune them accordingly. So now we have our outcome values. I guess we do need to do. Oh, we have to handle. Okay, so I guess like we do have to handle what we do with outcomes. Wait a second. If outcome in oh, all right. Yeah, so we won't really need to use the outcome until we add like prescripted archery events, not just like live ones. Um, uh, uh, and I think for now, actually, this is actually fine, because all we're doing with outcome here is we're checking if outcome is in the outcome jumps. Like, so sometimes we teleport at the end of an event, like if we immediately have to like, if an event takes us like somewhere else, like suddenly, then we'll have like a jump, or we'll have an epilogue, or we'll have chains, like event chains, like quest chains. But those are all predicated on like other data that we will have to author at some point, and so we will have to when we have prescripted events and we when we have prescripted archery events and we set up the data for them, we'll have to load it in like a certain way so that it like can understand like how to parse like the outcomes and the jumps and like all that good stuff. But that should be fairly straightforward. And actually, yeah. So I guess technically I didn't have to do the outcome stuff just yet, but it's it's something that we'll want to do eventually because I do plan on adding prescripted archery events. Um, so what comes after the outcome stuff? So if outcome incur ev chains keys, so then the else case is that we just randomly pick a next environment or we randomly pick our next event, and I'm pretty sure all of this is just fine for like the classic events or for the archery events too. So I don't think we have to change anything here. Um, it's kind of nice. Uh, uh, so let's continue on. What happens down here? Transitions, right? So this is all based on the same, like choosing randomly the next event system. Epilogue text. Wait, if epilogue text not equals, oh yeah, right. That's if we have an epilogue going on, then that's we might have epilogues with archery, we might not. But either way, it should work. Should work as is written. So yeah, this all seems good and fine. Do I have to do anything different down here? No, this stuff doesn't really apply as much. Um, it does kind of apply though. But I think this just shuts down the show. So I don't think we have to really change anything. Graphics message, event status off. Yeah. So I have to make sure I have a way for the graphics thread to handle the early termination of an archery event, but that's fine. Pretty straightforward. And then so if overtime, yeah. So this just straight up won't apply. I don't think the whole overtime business, because that's just for the right. The timing structure for archery works very different than the timing structure for the classic events. So what is this stuff down here? Add event equals true for li and schedule init event. Oh, this is just part of the automated timing system. What is the add event? Oh yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all. Wait, what is this ND messages thing? Oh, right. Yeah. New data messages. Okay. Cool. So hey, Ceiling Fairy, congratulations on level 5. Uh, 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 archery conclude event. I think that's done now. We still need to do archery player take action, right? Because we're not parsing. Wait, actually, do we need to do archery player take action? Yeah, there's one thing that we need to. There's just very subtle changes that we need to make there. Uh, and then archery graphics message handling. But yeah, at this point, it's like taking the things we've made and like connecting them, like putting them together, just to make sure they like all fit together correctly, and that's exciting. Round number is just a small detail. It occurred to me like for the purposes of archery, I'll want to have like in the corner of the screen like what round number it is. So like round number 1, and then archery time, and then round number 2, and then more archery time, etc., etc. So archery player take action. Let's go there now. Player take action. Yeah. Okay. So if name not an event set, then we clear their data. Sure. Global player dictionary, action dictionary. Yeah, I think literally the only thing that's changing here is that we don't deactivate dupes. Or do we? Maybe nothing changes here. Maybe nothing changes here? Maybe nothing changes here. I mean, let's look, but I think the way I set it up actually, I think the way we set it up, we actually we can like play the way players take action actually hasn't changed at all. Um, and so if that assumption is true, then I could look to the place where we process the event. So archery, no, not this one. Archery, what was it? Archery data process, yeah. Uh, Archery data process. So the possible outcomes are left. Yeah. Okay. No, I think that's actually done. I think I kind of like. I mean, I didn't really have to change anything because of the way I set it up. So I think now I just have to handle graphics messages, and like archery events are now technically playable once I do that. I mean, I guess technically they're playable now, but like once I do this, they'll actually work correctly. Oh no, you know what I want to do? Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, you know what I just realized? Okay, so player take action I guess is not 100% done because I have to clear players. Oh, yikes. Okay. Yeah, woof. Whoa, how am I gonna do this? I need to keep track of event set in like different ways or something. Ooh, okay, so typically when an event is running, we don't clear a player's input until the very end of the event, like when we go to process everything. But with archery, there are 3 rounds. There, there's the first shots fired, second shots fired, and it's going to be like basically like 3 mini versions of the archery event, like back to back. So in order to make sure that the player's inputs work correctly for the second event, we'll have to clear their inputs after the first event. So, yeah, okay. So we need like an archery set or something like that. And the archery set will get reset each time. Yeah, okay. So, cool. Then, let's do what? Uh, yeah, let's add. So let's go to where we declare our event set. Event set equals. Okay, so we have event set. So let's have also archery set equals set, and then save that, and then right. So the only time we ever use. So yeah, so when we reset event set, we'll also want to reset archery set. Although I guess we only have to do this in the case that we're actually doing super type archery. So archery set equals set. And then, okay, so those are the only times that we reset event set. But we want to reset archery set also when we do the archery process data. Or archery data process. So, yeah, we can just literally reset it each time. So archery, what was it? Just archery set, yeah, equals a new set, and then whoa, okay, oh no, okay, actually no, we can't reset it yet. We will reset it down here once we've done all this business. But actually, Right. So when we're doing these mid-time things, we're not doing it for every player in the event set, because a player can participate in the first round and then decline to participate in the second round. So no, in the second round, or for every subsequent round, we're using the for every round for this particular this particular subset of like calculating, etc., calculating participation and so on. We're using the archery set. Yes, and then once we've used it, we'll rinse it so that it'll be ready for the next event. And then so when we do, yeah, so in contrast to you know what, maybe this shouldn't be archery set. Maybe instead this will just be the round set, and then I won't have to special case it as hard with with the way we process data. I mean, like, classic events will basically only have one round, whereas like archery will have multiple rounds within a single set, and then or within a single event, and also maybe there'll be other super types that have individual rounds. We'll find out. Okay, so we'll call this round set, and oops, copy that. So instead of archery set, we'll have a round set. Nope. Why would you do that? No, why would you do that? Stop doing that, weirdo. Round set spelled correctly. Come on. All right. Okay. And actually, yeah, I guess so. In this case, we'll basically reset the round set every time we reset the event set. But then because they'll be very similar. And like in the case of a classic event, they'll be identical, but sometimes they won't. So okay, so event set. Yeah, let's so yeah, no, let's go back up to player take action now. And so if name not in event set, then no, what we actually want to say here is if name not in round set. Yes. So global round set. I already have that in my code, Computerfus. Thank you for the suggestion. But yes, I use the operating system for very many things. See? Oh, well, I use os.path. But yes, it is very helpful. You're correct. Or did I miss... okay. Yeah, let me know if... so I did zone out of chat for a little bit. Oh, you're graduating in 2 weeks? Wow. Ceiling furry. What an exciting time in your life. Congratulations. Okay, wait. Sorry. So, okay, so what is it that we're doing with event set here? Yeah, the only things that we really do is we add and discard. So, oh, we don't discard from the event set. Oh, do we? Who? How do we know it's safe to discard from the event set? I guess we don't, and so maybe we don't anymore. Ooh. Is that gonna be weird? I guess that could be weird. It means that, whoops, I put my elbows on my tablet and almost threw it off the table. Right, because I guess we just won't discard from event set anymore. Oh, right. So actually, in a lot of... Yikes. Oh, you know what we'll do? We won't even update event set here. We'll update event set only when we clear round set. Okay, and then so we'll keep round set up. Okay, so we don't have to do event set. We don't have to reference event set in here at all. Okay. Um. We can just use round set. And then and then so when do I transfer one to be the other? Maybe I should do this the other way around, because like in the case where like this might be getting to the point where the way that I'm using archery is just weird. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this the other way around. Okay, so I'm gonna leave event set as like as what we use, because like that's not gonna change for most things. So just for archery, I'm gonna right. So I'm gonna do it the other way around. So the round set, okay. So so this stays the same. It's still event set. So the places that I put in round set, those are gonna be okay. So it's gonna be event set, and it's gonna be I know this is the third time I've changed it, but whatever. It's gonna be like superset or something. No. Like event like total set or something. I don't know. It doesn't have to be cleverly named. So round set event set equals set, round set equals set. No, so right at the when we initialize the event, that we will be resetting both of those things. Oh right, so it's not round set, it's event total set. I'm really bad at remembering my names. Event total set. Okay. So right. So for archery, we are still going to be using the event set here. Wait, do I want to do this the other way? No, I'll just archery is the weirdo, or archery is the strange case. So I'll just set this up so that archery will like take care of its own strangeness. So for PI and event set, we'll say event total set dot add PI. Yes, and then so then at the end of this, we'll reset event set, which is normally like a cardinal sin, but that's fine. And then we'll just repopulate event set with event total set right before the end of the yeah. Okay, so then so event set is cleared, and then actually I guess we only have to no whatever, that's fine. And then right, so with event total set so then the last thing that we do is like right before we process archery at the end, we'll just say that the event set equals the event total set. Yeah. So where's that? It is the length of the oh no, we'll do it up here. We'll do it up here because the event set is so fundamental that I cannot wait to do it. Okay, so yeah, so this will go this will actually go down here, and then in this case though we'll say event set equals event total set. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. Yes. Okay. Excellent. Okay. And that's all we have to do. So we actually didn't end up changing anything in player take action, but player take action should now work. Good job, computer fists. I think you got the hang of this. All right, so now Archery graphics message handling. Right, so we're sending all the data that the graphics thread needs, but the graphics thread is still using fake data. So we need to, instead of just like throwing up that fake data, we'll want to set the graphics thread up now instead to be showing like the correct things at the correct time. Uh, um, do I need to use comments, Computer Fist? What bug are you seeing that would be resolved by comments? Do I need to